All right. So let's open up in prayer. Would anybody like to pray for us?
I will.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. All right, let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for everything that you've given us, Lord. Thank you so much for these beautiful ladies in this group, and for the heart that you've given all of us to do your will and to do your work. Lord, please help us to stay focused on your work and your will, and help us to remember what a blessing that we can be for others, and help that to be our focus, Lord, that we just focus on the others, focus on who you would have us to bless, and draw those people to our attention, Lord, and give us silent nudges and loud nudges, Lord, if we need it, so that we will continue to press forward and do your will. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Joanne. Appreciate that. Okay, so recognition. Y'all are getting so good at doing this weekly accomplishment sheets. I'm so excited. I pull it up and I'm like, yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. So, all right. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again turn it in this week. So very exciting. All right. So our sales, I guess we'll do it this way. Sales is for those who had over, so these are the people who handed in their weekly accomplishment sheets. Robin, Casey, Brandy, Kathy, Carrie, Joanne, and Sharon. So way to go, ladies. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank everybody who's on here. That's really fun. Okay. So for sales, those who had over $100 in sales this past week, Carrie had 118. Yay. Joanne had 165. Way to go. And Brandy had $415 in sales. Nice job. Some great successful Facebook parties going on. And then Casey is our queen with $968 in sales. So very excited for you.
Awesome.
Casey, do you know off the top of your head how many faces you've done this month so far?
No.
Okay. Count those up.
10-ish.
10-ish. Okay, awesome. Way to go. So great. So great. And you've had so she lets me know what, as soon as her facial is done, she tells me. And some have had no sales. Some have been $24. And she was getting a little frustrated there for a minute. But she kept going. And she had 2 facials last week. She sold a princess and a queen bag. And then they booked a party together for next weekend. Because they were mother-daughter and all that. So how cool is that, right? So you just kind of keep going, and you just never know. So very proud of y'all. Way to go. Way to go. And then bookings. Sharon and Joanne both have a booking on their books, which is great. Casey has 2, and Kathy is our queen with 6 bookings on her book. So way to go, girl. And I know they're all for this week, right?
Yeah.
That's
nice.
Way to rock out the end of February. All right. Awesome. Interviews. I was so excited to be doing so this is awesome because Friday, our last day in Florida, was not good weather at all. It was cold and windy and rainy, and which is kind of a bummer, but y'all gave me all these interviews, which gave me something to do. So I got to talk to people. So Carrie had an interview. No, wait, sorry. Joanne had an interview. I had the wrong place. And then Casey and Brandy are twins because they both had 3 interviews last week. So way to go, ladies.
Awesome.
And Casey added a team member. And
Yay.
one who is really interested, who she's really interested. And I think Joanne, she had a couple interviews who watched the video. I talked to one, and the other one is a 2. So I'm trying to get up with her. So y'all keep going with those interviews. Keep rocking it. Don't just do it just last week. Keep following up with people and asking for those interviews because you just never know, right? And I want to be following up with them. And I'm no longer just texting them. I'm calling them now again because I can't close somebody over text. So I'm just calling them.
Right.
All right. And it's been great. We've had some great conversations. All right. Way to go, ladies. So proud of you. So, star. We have, so Maria is currently a Diamond Star. Very excited. Officially on target to be a star. So officially on target is 1,300 wholesale. And our star quarter ends March 15th. So make sure you're mapping out where you are. like y'all, seriously, tonight, make sure you know where you are in your star. And then, you know, divide that by 5 weeks, right? Because I think we're 5 weeks. No, I lied. Hold on, 3, I think. 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 weeks left, okay, to finish star, because the star ends March 15th. Don't miss your star this quarter. Seriously, like anything can happen. You can totally do it, but you don't want to miss the star this quarter. This opportunity to get on with Lori Hogg is huge, and to have your customers on there. Being on with her is cool, but like to be able to have your customers on with her. And if you, who was on last time? All right. Don't you feel like, I don't know about you, but I felt like the entire time she was talking, I'm thinking, goodness, I wish my customers were on here. It's like, y'all, I can sell some product, but she was like, she put me to shame. Like, she was amazing on how, because she didn't know if there were customers on there or whatever. And I mean, I'm like, we're so excited that we're going to do this again and invite your customers. So make sure you
I bought things that I never would have bought for myself.
Yeah.
After.
And new ways to use things.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yes, it was very cool. So you will sell product by having your customers on there. We'll give you a script that you can send out. So make sure you've marked your calendar for March 22nd, Monday night at 8:00, because it won't be recorded.
Right.
She has this thing. And she's like a famous person. So apparently she can't be recorded. We've paid, just so you know, we paid her. So as sales directors, we've paid her to have this opportunity. So I paid for you already. So make sure you earn it. So on target is Brandy Collins. Way to go, girl. You got in 1,327. You're only $472 away. 50. And then Missy Allen is only $374 away, which is great. And then we have several of you who are super close to being on target. So Jennifer Thompson, Joanne Ryan, Carrie Peterson, Kathy Comer, and Sharon Wingate are all like super close. So y'all can absolutely do it. Casey, I can't see your numbers. Where are you with your star?
A little over 1,000, I think.
Okay, awesome. So you're getting there. Awesome. Great, great, great. So proud of you.
Oh, I'm getting there by the 28th.
I know you are. You're going to finish. And in Pacesetter, you get a ton of points for finishing your star by the end of the month. Okay, yes. So make sure you finish that. Like, map out a plan. What can you do between now and Sunday night to finish your star early? And then you've got like 2.5 weeks to move up star levels. So, or 2 weeks to move up star levels. So that'll be great. All right. And they have amazing star prizes. Have y'all checked the star prizes out for this month? Like, they're really good. Casey and I were talking about lighting, and I was like, you need a ring light. Every person who does video things, you need a ring light. It makes a huge difference. And there's one on the star prize. Aren't they brilliant? Yep. I mean, mine's right back there. Okay.
You do, for sure. They're amazing.
Oh yeah. Make a huge difference. I took mine to Florida because I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing our meeting and this facial or this, whatever it ended up being, without my ring light. Because I don't know what the lighting's going to be like there.
Yeah.
We like moved the whole bedroom around and moved the dresser out, put the ring light behind it. All right. So that's star. That can go over there. Spark Achievers. We have Dawn Spencer and Missy Allen who have achieved their Spark already. Casey, let me know when you're done with yours, but I know you should be really close with all your sales for this month.
Yeah.
So Casey's not technically in our unit, so I can't really see her numbers, but I think of her as ours. So
yeah,
she's like ours, which is great because she's my buddy. And all right, so announcements. Your wholesale prizes. I actually ended up printing this out. I don't know. I didn't have it before. So your wholesale prizes, $4.50 wholesale. You get these cute heart earrings, but I'm not even going to talk about that to any of you on here because y'all can earn your Spark this month minimally. I know you can. So your Spark necklace is beautiful. It's long, y'all. This one's long, so it's really, really, really nice. $1,000 wholesale. You get this cute coin purse, and then 2,000 wholesale, you get your jacket. So y'all want to make sure you're running towards that jacket. Okay, so I did not take weather appropriate clothes for the cold weather we had in Florida on Friday and in Jekyll Island on Saturday. Like, the sun was out at least on Saturday, but the wind was really cold, and we're walking down this beach, and I had this jacket on. I don't know if you saw my pictures, and I was chilly, but it was a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be. And you have the little area you can put your thumb in,
Yes.
you know, and then there's actually a zipper pocket in the back, so you can put your like license and stuff like that in there. And
Nice.
it's really, really, really nice. So y'all want to earn that jacket. So you have till Sunday night to earn that. You've got your Spark. Then when you do your Spark this month, you're on target for your consistency earrings. So when you did your 600 wholesale last month in January, do it in February and in March, you get your consistency earrings. And y'all, these are gorgeous in person. So you want to make sure you get those. Your pearls of sharing. Okay. So you are earning the brand new pearls of sharing for this month. So when you do 5 interviews, you get the earrings. When you do 10, you get the bracelet. And when you do 15, you get the necklace. So make sure you're continuing to send this video out, following up with people, getting them to watch the video and answering the questions, and I'll take care of the rest. But that, you know, we just need to complete all those. And then in addition to that, they get entered into $1,000 cash drawing, and we're going to do some cash drawings for consultants as well. So, but you only get entered into that if you actually complete the interview. So make sure you're doing that, and the Michael Kors. So when you, when they watch the video and I follow up with them, they get entered into the Michael Kors drawing, and then I'm also doing one for a consultant. So I'm giving away 2 Michael Kors bags. All right. So make sure y'all are working these things. I mean, it's like you get a lot for completing an interview. It's super simple, and they get entered into a lot, which is great. When you become a new red this month, you get this gorgeous red ring from Summer. DIQ is your cup. It says Faith Area instead of Cadillac, but it's your cup with your name on it. Y'all, I get a lot of compliments on this. Like, I get a lot of compliments at the pool. I get it at the gym, like all that. So it's a great conversation piece that will lead you into asking for her name and number. So all this stuff is great. This ring is when you gold medal. Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you add 5 new team members, and you know, you might be sitting there thinking, well, there's no way I can add 5 new team members now. That's not true. You absolutely can between now and the end of the month. Y'all have been working this month, and you've been doing work. So just keep doing the work, and maybe kick it up just a little bit and plug people into what we already have going on, and what I might throw more in this weekend. Like, plug people in, and anything can happen. Like, you just keep sowing the seeds, and God takes care of the harvest. And usually the harvest comes all at once. What did we talk about before? Like, you've been on a drought, but then the rain like pours, right? But you gotta like keep working. So I know y'all have been working hard. I'm really, really, really super proud of you. So tomorrow night at
8.
8 o'clock, thank you, is our Facelift in a Bottle QVC party. It's on Zoom as opposed to doing it on Facebook Live. So, and I'm going to do it with Sarah Urban, and it's going to be great. We're going to do points. We're going to do giveaways. We're giving away a couple mascaras. We're also giving away a couple $30 e-starts. So anybody who signs up within 24 hours goes into a drawing, and two of them are going to get $30 Venmo'd back to them. Okay. Which is really exciting. So we're giving away 2 of those. And then of course we're going to share about the skincare, clinical solutions, and I think it's 5 other products. It's basically Facelift in a Bottle products, and the toning lotion on your body. So the goal is to get you sales, get you new team members. So this is new customers, and we're going to share marketing. And so getting you new team members, and of course they're going to get entered into the $1,000 cash drawing for listening to the marketing and letting me follow up with them. So if you have guests on, make sure you're on there. We're going to encourage them to text you if they're 1, 2, or 3, and then really making sure you're following up with them afterwards. and making sure like I have their information so that I can follow up with them so they can get entered into the cash drawing and all of that. So, but it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really great. We're going to obviously try and keep it under an hour. And of course, you know, we're entertaining, and Sarah and I, you know, I'm kind of entertaining, but Sarah's like uber entertaining. So it's going to be really fun. So really send that text out. Literally, I would challenge you 50, 75 people, and it can be current customers who are on skincare, because it'll be a good opportunity for them to hear about Clinical Solutions and some of the other skincare products. But it also new people, referrals, people on Facebook you haven't reached out to or couldn't get up with, people you've sent out pampering packs to but haven't been able to do their pampering yet, like anybody who's 18 or over. All right, utilize this. And then I might throw in, if y'all have some more people that like you had people who are interested but couldn't do tomorrow night, I want that feedback. Because if I know you have people who want to do it but can't get on tomorrow night, I will throw some more in this weekend. Okay? But I don't want to just throw spaghetti to the wall and just see, like, you know what I mean? And see what's going to stick. Like if I know you have people who are really interested, I will do stuff. And if you have stuff going on this weekend and you want me to hop on and help, I'm happy to do that too. Just let me know. Okay. Awesome. Monday night, we're going to do another one of these at 7:00, a QVC style party. And then next Tuesday, we're going to go back to being together with, hold on, let me look. All right, so the second we're going to go back together, we're going to be with Chrissy and Karen and Victoria and Angel. So we're going to get back together with them, do some selling ideas on selling to your star. And then the 9th, we're going to do a moving on up celebration, and Rachel and Stephanie will join us on that too as well. So, and then Lori Hogg is the 22nd. End of star quarter is March 15th. But I would really, you know, I love y'all and I respect you guys so much, and I respect your opinions and your thought process and all that. I would love feedback from you on how you feel like this past month went, what you thought of pace setters, what you thought of us doing this just us or as a group. I'm kind of going back and forth. I think it's super powerful to for you guys to hear from other people other than just me, right? Because yeah, I'm great. No, I'm kidding. But but you know, it's kind of like the mom syndrome thing, right? Like your kids won't always listen to you, but they'll hear things differently from other people, right? Like I love that. So I think it's powerful to have a group, but I also think it's powerful for us to be us. Rachel and Stephanie have decided we're kind of doing month by month here at this point because we just don't know it's hard to plan further than that, but they're at least for March, they're going to meet together on their own, separate from all of us, but come together on the moving on up celebration night. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that is an option that we can do. Or we can stay connected with Chrissy, who is my offspring, which is, and it's our kind of group, Chrissy, and then her offsprings, Karen, Morgan, Victoria Dibble, and Angel wants to join in as well. And they're all amazing and powerful and all of that. So just kind of wanted to I'd love your feedback, voice, Vox, text, whatever, just, individual, as to what you loved about this past month, what your thoughts are, what you feel like you got from pace setters, what worked. Constructive criticism would be amazing as well. So does that sound fair? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, cool. I had another thought too, and I can't remember what it was. All right. So pace setters, congratulations, y'all. I'm so proud of you. I was just doing recognition on the people who kind of handed in their stuff because I didn't have any other stuff, but you're in your last week. So I would really recommend you look at your point sheets. Where can you get the most amount of points? Okay. In these last Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 days, 5.5 days. I'm going to count today as half day because we still have some time tonight. Okay. Where can you get points? who can you share, all the, especially the IPA stuff, right? Your final point sheet will be due by noon on the 1st. Okay, so if you can send those to me by noon on the 1st, because then based on that, I have to hand in our final to Summer. And I need yours in order to give her our true numbers. The top 5 sales directors usually get to do something special together with Summer. And I'd love to be in the top 5. A lot of it's my own personal work, but a lot of it is what you guys do as well. So just so you know, because you guys deserve it. Like, you deserve that recognition because y'all are amazing. Like, it's not what I get to do. It's because you guys deserve it. Like, you're incredible. And then the top 5 consultant pay setters of you guys get invited to be on a Zoom with Pat Fortenberry, Pam Fortenberry-Slate, and Summer Fortenberry. And that's going to be powerful, which will be so great. And then the top 3 get extra prizes from me. And then everybody's going to get it. Everybody who graduates is going to get a certificate. So, which will be fun. So, does anybody have any questions on pay setters at the moment? No? Okay.
Amy, I do, and I think we've talked about this before, and I can't remember.
That's
The
okay.
challenges, are they week specific, or can you do the challenges for each week have to just be in that week, or can you use challenges from previous weeks?
Most of the challenges are the same.
Okay.
Week, but some of them are a little different based on what we trained on. So the practice
Right.
would be that you do the challenges within that week.
Right. Okay.
But you can do as many as you want. Like, so if you do 5 booking bubble sheets, you get points for doing 5, not just 1.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
If
Okay.
you get,
Gotcha.
if your challenge was to get 5 new leads and you get 10, then you get the double the points.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're
Okay.
looking for more things to do, just do more of those same challenges.
Gotcha.
Or do the
Okay.
one that you're avoiding. Which we all have those, just so you know. Like, I have those too. Like, I don't really want to do that one. I challenge you, do the one that you're avoiding. We set up the points this time. The points have not always been set up that the person who's doing the most activity wins, so I really tried to set it up so that you got points for all the things that you're doing, but you get the most points for the IPAs because we can get uber busy we can be really super busy doing things that really don't make us money or move us up the career path. Right?
Right.
We can get
Right.
really busy doing those things. Like, watching videos are great. Doing some of the other things are great, but like, they're not gonna, at the end of the day, it's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Book, sell, coach, release.
Right.
So that's kind of what, the most points kind of go along with those things.
Gotcha. Okay.
Good. That was a great question, Joanne. Any other questions you guys have?
No, but I don't have a question, but I just want to say that I am so impressed with everybody in our little circle and how well you guys are doing and all the appointments and faces y'all are seeing and just everything. I'm just so impressed with everybody. I just wanted to say that.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Robin, you're
Thank
so sweet.
you.
And I'm impressed with you. You are doing so
Yes. Amen.
great. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm tackling my main things that I don't like to do. And while I haven't
Good.
seen a lot of the fruition of those, I know that they're
Yeah.
coming.
You will.
It will come.
Mm-hmm.
I have to break through this, and I am getting there. So
I'm
Yay.
so proud of you. That's the big thing is,
Mhm.
winning the day. Are y'all loving that book?
Yes. It's
Mhm.
the wave.
Yes. Like, winning the day. Figure out what can I do today to make me feel like I did something productive, celebrating what you're doing and not concentrating on the things that aren't happening, but celebrating what you're doing. So proud of you, Robin. You're so
Mhm.
great. So great. All right. Any other questions or comments? Oh yes, and you can get your ring light on Amazon, or you can earn it as a star prize. I think it's a ruby star. I can't read way over there. It's a ruby star.
And y'all, I have this little one for my laptop when I'm up here, because in my bathroom I do my videos and stuff. So I leave it in my bathroom, but I keep this little one here and it clips like a chip clip.
Oh,
You know what this is?
Yes.
And you could buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I bought this one.
Oh, is that a Mary Kay one? Yeah, they
Mine
probably
is
have one
not.
on MK Connections, right? Is it on MK Connection?
It would. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, you can do that. Mine stands on the floor.
This
And
one-
it can go like it varies in height.
Yes.
And then there is I'm challenged with it though, of course, you know me. It has to stay plugged in, which is the challenge with mine. So if you get one, make sure you have one that actually doesn't have to stay plugged in. You can just charge it. But mine also has an area you could put your phone on it in the
Yeah.
middle of the light.
Gotta have that.
Theoretically. But if you have a pop socket in the wrong place, it doesn't fit in.
Oh.
But it's okay. I do most of my stuff on the computer anyway, and my ring light is on the floor behind my desk, so it all works. But I love the clip onto your computer one. That's a great idea.
mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Love it. See, we all learn something new all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So what I want to talk about tonight is really, I just kind of wanted to bring everything we kind of talked about in February to wrap it up in a nice little bow. So talk about full circle success, and then I want to get questions from you guys. Like, what do you have questions on? What do you need to know more about? You know, that kind of stuff. But working full circle means book, sell, coach, recruit. Y'all, this is what Mary Kay is from the beginning of time. You know, Mary Kay's not hard. Life is hard, right? Stuff is hard. Mary Kay's not hard. If you book appointments, coach them, sell product, and recruit and share the opportunity, you're going to get anything you want out of this business. And you do it consistently, you're going to get anything you want out of this business. And, you know, I think a lot of times we get so bogged down with so many. We have the most trained consultants in our national area. I believe that like the Fort and Berry Faith National Area, we are the highest trained consultants you could possibly have in all of Mary Kay. Like, there's really nothing else I can teach you other than those 4 things that will move you forward. Now, there are little things here and there. And there's just really there's no shortcut. If this were easy, it wouldn't be worth it, right? But it's simple. KISS, keep it simple, sweetie, right? And so when you're not sure what to do, and I do this all the time, and sometimes I'll get stuck and I'll box Summer and be like, I'm stuck, what do I need to do? Because we can get so bogged down we have so much information coming at us in general, right? Just in general.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it right now is scary, negative, you know, all of that. And so I don't know about y'all, but like, I'm so grateful. Like, I've always been grateful for my Mary Kay business, but I am even more grateful within this last year of this pink bubble, because it has helped me to keep my head on straight, my guardrails up, and just remember what's important in life, and having positivity and not getting so caught up in the negativity of things. And I think we can get really bogged down with everything we have thrown at us. You know, being involved, like, I would caution you, be careful how many Facebook groups you're in Mary Kay Facebook groups you're in on Facebook. Careful who you follow as far as sales directors and nationals are concerned. If you have a question for me, ask me. Okay, is this person? But I mean, Summer works really hard. I am not in any other Facebook group when it comes to Mary Kay at all, other than our Fort and Berry Faith area ones. And then I'm in a couple of our director Facebook groups because I've done some videos for them and that sort of thing. But I don't pay attention to what they're doing, because just because it works for them, like, I can get some ideas, and we do Zooms throughout the month that give me ideas and all that sort of thing. But just because she has this great idea doesn't mean it's the best thing for me. So just always, you know, like, just be careful who you're following, who you're taking advice from, because at the end of the day, everything you need is on InTouch. Most of it's in our Audacious Angels Facebook page at this point, because y'all remind me what I need to put in there. Or the Fort McMurray Faith National Area page. You know, there were some other groups going on for directors and all of that I thought was going to be great to be a part of. And I had to leave them all because it just wasn't, was not. And I realized we have the best national area the best national sales director in Mary Kay. And I believe that 150%. And I'm so grateful for that. So that's totally a side note that was not in my notes. So apparently I needed to say it. But all you need to do is book appointments. Get the product on their faces, right? So the first thing of Full Circle is booking. It is the lifeline of your business. If you are not doing if you're doing Mary Kay part-time, you're just kind of hanging out, doing it part-time, wanting to make a little extra money, you should be doing at least one booking bubble sheet a week. If you're doing it more, then you should be doing a booking bubble sheet every couple of days. Okay? Because it takes that much activity to get the bookings on your books that you want to have, and then the bookings on your books you want to have so you have enough to hold what you need in order to go towards your goal. You know, it's like, so working Full Circle is basically like you don't give somebody a quarter of a piece of cake, right? A quarter of a cake or a quarter of a pie. You give them a whole cake or a whole pie for like a birthday cake, right? You don't just give them a quarter cake normally. So you want to be true to your Mary Kay business, and, you know, bookings are the lifeline of your business. So that's the number one thing. And do you know, like, what booking script are you using? So that's the other thing we can get bogged down on, right? Like, there's so many options out there. Pick one and try it. And if it's not working, you can always touch base with me and say, girl, this is what I'm doing. It's not working. Great. Let's try another one. But, you know, don't do 100 booking texts when you're getting no responses back from one of them. But also don't freak out if you don't get responses back from 2. Like, you do a whole booking bubble sheet and you get no responses. Maybe we need to switch something up a little bit, right? But use the booking text that we've given you, because they do tend to work. But sometimes we just might need to switch a little something up, right? Do you know what hostess plan you're offering? Have your booking text and your, have everything in your phone on an app. So I have it on a, what's mine called?
I use Notes for Apple.
What?
I use Notes.
Yeah.
If you have an Apple, that's what I keep my
Notes. And then Casey, you just said something the other day too. Is that the same thing?
No, I actually used to use Notes, and because it didn't work when I switched from Apple to Android, so I switched over to Evernote.
Okay.
That way I can use it no matter which I have.
Where you are. Okay. That's great. And I'm on Android and I use ColorNote. So just having something in there that you can save all your scripts so you have them there. So all you have to do is copy it and go over to your text and paste it there, right? Do you know what hostess plan you're offering? You know, there's a lot of options there for hostess plans, but, you know, have one that you're using. I like my favorite because it's simple is the U+3 = 50 free. And if she has 6 people, she gets 100 free. And there are flyers on the Audacious Angels Facebook page under files for that. So yeah, making sure you are doing enough booking activity and having enough bookings on your books, and know the script that you're using. And the same text booking script or call booking script you're using can also be your I'm talking to people out and about script. Right? I'm going on target for my first car with Mary Kay, and I need to I need to borrow 30 faces this month. Can I just borrow your face? You know, like, use that, right? So you can do that. The other thing is, if you want to try and switch something up a little bit, you can use the facelift in a bottle text that I just sent out. And that's how you can utilize these QVC style parties. Without having to send out pampering packs ahead of time. So essentially we want to get products on their face, but you can book somebody today for tomorrow night. And then after she's on there and she hears about the products, you can book her for a second session while you're closing her out. This is the goal. You want to book her for a session when you close her out and mail her a pampering pack in the mail, either with her order, or if she doesn't order anything, mail her a pampering pack in the mail and schedule a happy skin hour with her. Or send her the pampering pack in the mail with the instructions on how to walk through it if you can't seem to find a time to get her on the video. You know, like sometimes we just have to be a little bit, you know, like, I mean, me included, we have to be a little flexible and we need to be able to pivot and all that. Because if one thing's not working, then we need to pivot and try something else. But does that make sense? So that's how you want to use tomorrow night's these type of events that I'm going to do now, because I love the happy skin hour, but it doesn't seem to be working for as far as group events right now because we don't have anybody getting on those, or you guys aren't booking for them, which is fine, totally fine. You're booking your own things and that is great. I would love for you to do that. Absolutely. But I thought, and keep doing that if it's working for you, keep booking happy skin hour faces and parties. But also utilizing these QVC style parties to get different people on. When you close them out, make sure you're sending them a pampering pack after that. And you can customize the pampering pack as well. So if she doesn't buy the skincare, make sure you send her a skincare and one other thing, right? And make sure she uses it. If she's already on the skincare, send her some of the other items that she might be interested in. Does that make sense? Are y'all with me on that? Any questions about that? So I just thought it was like, okay, well, this is going to be exciting. Let's pivot and try something a little bit new and add something else in. I'm happy to still do some happy skin hours if y'all need me to, but you guys seem to be doing great on booking your own, which is awesome. If you want me to hop in on yours to help you, I'm happy to do that. Or if you have one booked and we want to open it up to other people, we can do that. When I'm booking these debuts and stuff, I'm going to open it up to you guys being able to invite people. And I think most of them are going to be the QVC style. Okay. So we're just trying to figure it out and see what happens. I can do a color party next month if you want me to do a color party. You know, so those kind of feedbacks on what you feel like might be helpful for me to do, like schedule that you want to add people, get people on, we can do that.
I think people are getting more excited about all these numbers going down. So I think they're wanting, you may get some lipstick and, you know, like more, color things than before maybe.
Okay.
I've seen with my customers.
Awesome. I will add a color party in for March.
I think that would be fantastic.
And I'll put it on the schedule, and then then you guys I'll tell you what I'm going to go over. If you end up sending those out to your people and getting them on, that's great. The people who have it will walk through it. The people who don't have it, that's fine. You can get them on anyway. Okay. That's great. Any other parties that y'all would be interested in me throwing together? Casey, both of those are the exact same. They're just different colors.
Oh, okay.
You sent me the 2 hostess packets that are on the thing.
I didn't look at them closely. I just saw 50 and 100. And
yeah, and there's one that has a
thought they
gray
were two
background and
different.
one that has a pink background. So whatever one you want to use is totally fine.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. That's great. All right. So that's booking. That's number 1 is booking. Okay. And really running after, what are you how many appointments can you book for this weekend before Sunday night? And they can be some of your last minute bookings that you can do can be people who are local where you can drop off pampering packs. Okay. And if you can't, like, do a five and fave 5 or whatever, or do a QVC style on your own, or, you know, get them booked for tomorrow night. And then if you guys have people who really want to get on, but couldn't get on tomorrow night, let me know and I'll book a couple extra ones for this weekend. Okay. I mean, I've got like nothing going on and I want things going on, but I don't want to just throw spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks. Like, I want to do what you guys need me to do. All right. To help you move forward. So there's a ton of opportunities that you can get people, you know, and how many times can you go live in your Facebook group this weekend? Right? In your private Facebook group. We'll talk about that in just a second. So that's booking. Any questions on booking? All right, the second thing is coaching. So coaching your appointments and coaching your parties is huge. Remember, when you're thinking about Mary Kay and you're thinking about people, remember, Mary Kay is not as important to you as it is not important as to everybody else as it is to you. I mean, we're thinking about Mary Kay a lot, right? Some of us all the time. Some of us, you know, depending on what you're doing, but we think about it a lot. And when we book somebody, and we're also women of our word, right? Every single one of you on this call is a woman of your word. And when you say you're going to do something, unless something happens, you're going to do it and you're going to be on there. If you tell somebody, yes, I'm going to be on this thing or whatever, you're going to be on there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there who aren't. So it's our responsibility to keep her excited about her appointment. And also expect that 1 out of every 2 appointments will reschedule or cancel. So if you want to hold 5 appointments this week, how many do you need to book? 10, right? So that's where like the numbers come into play. You know, Mary Kay's, it is magical in a certain way because God's involved. It's magical in the God way, but it's also mathematical.
Mhm.
And we need to have the numbers in order for him to bless the numbers. So coaching them on how to be excited, like being excited about the party, having a conversation with her, whether it's on the phone or text message. So it's like, so if you just send out the text message, can I send you a pampering pack? Yes, great. And then you book her. That's great. And then that's it. She has no connection to you at all. So don't be afraid to, again, ask questions, like text her like she's a girlfriend of yours. You know, I mean, hey girl, how was your day? I hope your day was great. Did the pampering pack come? Or if you know something was happening in her life, you know, hey, how was your birthday the other day or whatever? That kind of thing. Cause then it keeps you engaged. Here's my website. You can check out the products if you want to. And, if you booked her for a party, make sure she has your website so she can look and see what products she might want for free for $50 or $100. Like, what $100 worth of products do you want? How's it going getting 6 people on? That kind of stuff. So coaching her and not just assuming, okay, because I booked her today even if you book her today for tomorrow night, don't just assume she's going to remember.
Right.
We need to remind people. I mean, how often do I remind y'all about something? And I didn't send out a reminder about tonight's meeting. And we have our meeting every Tuesday night at 6:30, right? Every Tuesday night at 6:30. And look at how many people are on. Because I didn't do my job and I didn't coach everybody. And I realized it at like 6:29. I was like, shoot. Oh, well, let's just see how many people get on. At that point, it was kind of an experiment for me. Coach your consultants and your sister consultants. Hey, are you on this event? I mean, if you think of somebody right now who's not on here, send her a text. Hey, I noticed you're not on the meeting tonight. You okay? Missed you. Everything okay? So coaching is really, 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 really important. And you're not going to, and just remember this when it comes to everything in your Mary Kay business. I heard this CD when I was a newish consultant. It was by Pam Shaw, and she's one of the most successful nationals, and she's amazing. And she said, only pushy people aren't worried about being pushy. So if you are worried about being pushy, you don't actually have it in you to be pushy because you're not a pushy person. Does that make sense? Do I need to say it again? Y'all have genuine hearts, and it shows all the time. You don't have it in you to bug somebody. I have it in me to bug somebody. I know I do. So I sometimes have to dial it back. You do not have it in you to bug somebody. And if you did, I would very nicely tell you that. Not in a public situation, but and if you did, if anybody on here did, I wouldn't be saying that out loud. Okay. So asking questions is not being a bug. Following up with people is not being a bug. I mean, how many times do we forget things because we have life going on, right? So as a nice friendly reminder, you know, and a lot of times if somebody's not responding to me, I'll say, hey girl, I don't want to be a bug, but are you okay? Doesn't seem like you not to respond. And most of the time you'll get something back. You know, and even if it's just like, yeah, I'm fine. Okay, great. Well, at least she's alive. And you'd be like, great. Are you good for tomorrow night? So coaching is super important. Connecting with her, you can, and you know, you've usually if you're booking her for an actual appointment, where you're sending out a pampering pack, you're kind of profiling her anyway and finding out her skin type. For events like tomorrow night, if you're texting and booking for tomorrow night and she responds back, yes, here's a couple of questions you can ask her. Great, I'm excited. Now, is there one thing about your skin you'd want to learn more about or change? Okay, awesome. And just so you guys know, we're going to do, oh, Sarah has that information. Skincare, clinical solutions. We're going to highlight the lifting serum by itself as well as with the repair set. Gel mask.
Mm-hmm.
Biocellulose lifting masks.
Mm-hmm.
Toning lotion, body toning lotion. I can't remember what the last one was. I think it was the vitamin C.
That's what I was going to ask if it was the vitamin C.
It might be, but we might have crossed that out and just did the lifting serum because we didn't want to do too many things, and we want to do things that you can do with the clinical solutions. But if we do mention that, we'll just say, you know, if you're doing clinical solutions, you just wait till your face gets retinized for that. Okay.
And do you do the vitamin C and the lifting serum? Can you do them together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I use the whole repair line, and I now use my skin's retinized, so I can use the clinical solutions. I use the whole repair line, and I use the vitamin C every day. I use charcoal mask. I use the facial peel. I use the eye patches, all that now, and it's fine. But I use the vitamin C every day, twice a day with the whole repair set. So I love it. That reminds me I was out, so I need to make sure I take some downstairs. I need to go shopping from my inventory. Oh yeah, so coaching. So even for tomorrow night, like events for tomorrow night, like, you know, start a conversation with her. What's one thing about your skin you want to learn more about or change? Oh girl, you want some anti-aging, they are going to tell you how to lift that face. Don't miss it. It's going to be amazing. Okay. And then when she's telling you one thing, if we don't talk about it, then when you're closing her out at the end, like, you know, individually at the end, then you can include that as a sample with her order, you know, and all that. So anyway, so that's coaching. Selling. So we'll book, coach, sell. The best way to sell is during appointments, right? But you have to ask for the sale. The roll-up bag placemat. Now the roll-up bag placemat we're going to do tomorrow night, it's going to look a little bit different. It's going to be the one that Sarah uses because they have the clinical solutions on that one right now. We need to add that to ours. So it's going to look a little bit different, but it's going to be the same concept. They get like, and we'll I'll text that. I'll put that out so you guys have it. But always do a roll-up bag sale. Always at the end of every appointment. I don't care if you think she is broke as a joke and has no money and is not going to buy anything. Doesn't matter. Always do it. People will surprise you. And then you get the people who you think is going to buy a queen bag and she buys an eyeliner. That's really annoying.
It happens.
But when you work full circle, and you're doing all of this, something's going to come from it. So always do the roll-up bag placemat. Always make sure she has the closing sheet. So tomorrow night, we're actually going to screen share it, and then you're going to have it. So you're going to want to make sure you text it to your people when the party's over, right? That are on there. Ask for the sale. Close her out. Use those closing questions on the end of the virtual party outline, regardless of what kind of party you're doing with her or what kind of facial she's on or whatever. Use those closing questions because that is designed to help you ask for the sale. Because there's a lot of times we don't want to ask her to buy something because we don't want to be pushy. And if she says, oh, let me look at this and get back to you tomorrow. How many times does she actually get back to you? Sometimes she does. But a lot of times she won't because life happens. And we are, as women, we are spontaneous purchasers, right? So if she says, let me look at it and get back to you tomorrow. You know what? That is totally fine. Well, what were some of your favorite products? Like, ask questions. What were some of your favorite products tonight? Well, awesome. What did you love about it? That's great. Is there any reason why you didn't want to get started with that tonight? Like help her buy. So have you ever been trying on clothes at a, so this is a perfect example. I had to go, I'm in Florida and I ran out of underwear and I didn't bring enough with me, and the washer and dryer at the complex didn't work, and I didn't realize it wasn't going to work. So
Perfect.
either wash them in the sink or go shopping. So it was a cloudy day on Wednesday, and we weren't far from St. Armand Circle, and they have a Soma there. So I go over there, and I needed some new bras as well, and so I go over there with the full intention of only buying like 1 or 2 bras and a couple of pairs of underwear. That's it. $375 later, I walked out of there. Now, what did she do? She kept asking me questions about what I liked. She didn't just let me, like, I didn't really want to try stuff on. Like, it was hot and it was muggy. I didn't really want to try stuff on. But she encouraged me to nicely, helped me ask questions. And then once we kind of like, she created a relationship with me, then she's handing me outfits and putting outfits in the dressing room. I had already come out and gotten dressed and saw something, and a couple of the other people, and then all of a sudden the other women got involved and they're like, these are new. We haven't seen them on anybody yet. Oh, I'll go try it on. Sure. So now they're like, she's going to be an easy one, right? She just kept handing me stuff to try on, things I never would have tried. And I fell in love with some of them, and I didn't buy everything that I wanted, but I spent a lot more money than I was planning on it. But that was helpful for me. And I walked out of there and I had so much fun. So my point is, if you ask questions and you're engaged with her and you look at it like, I'm not trying to get her to buy something, I'm helping her shop. Like, that's your job as a beauty consultant, is to help her shop and customize things that are going to work for her. But the only way you can do that is by asking her questions. And sometimes when women get overwhelmed, we shut down and we just don't want to do anything.
And I can tell you, if I was just coming in and looking at our catalog or a party, I would be like, I'm overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me 4 things to choose from and I'm good to go.
Right. That's why the roll-up bag is so important. And this is even still overwhelming to some people. But
Right.
That's why we're like, okay, this is, what did you love? We can totally customize it. And that's why I spend the time to actually go through it. And say, this is what you used today and all of that. And then when you're individually closing out, you're asking those questions to find out what she likes. What kind of skincare do you use right now? Well, what if we just get you started with just an easy cleanser moisturizer system like the Miracle Set? So yeah, it's super so ask questions with that, because you have to ask for the sale. Using the roll-up bag close. Go live in your group this in a couple times between now and Sunday, and highlight in person some of your favorite products and offer a discount on it just for that day. You can do that as some last minute sales ideas for this month to get to your goal. You can always do that $15 flash sale flyer. If you need it again, let me know that any of those items are $15. if you sell 30 of those, that's a 225 order. You know, you can do a 24, 24, 24 challenge. We've done that a ton of times. Sell $24 worth of 24. You know what I mean? And it's $700 and something in sales. So that's really great. Or pick your favorite item, go live in your group, but also text out to people and say, I have a challenge to sell however many of these. Like if you're, let's say you are $300 away from your goal, right? And you need to sell $300 worth of product. And your favorite item is, give me somebody tell me your favorite item.
Eye patches.
Eye patches, great. Divide that by 40. That's 7.5. So I have a challenge to sell 8 of these eye patches today to reach my goal. Who needs one? Or can you, and then if you're individually texting it out to people, can you get one? So when you're, and you know, these scripts that we use too, you can put them on your Facebook pages, like your group pages, but you're not, that's just kind of a backup to individually texting it to people. So you're going to get the most results when you're individually messaging and texting people and stuff. So you can do those things. You can do an item countdown. I'm this many items away from sales. So, but just pick like 1 or 2 of those ideas and run with it. The best way to sell product, of course, is to do faces, close them out, ask for the sale right then and there. But then you can back, you know, if you have a goal that you need to have happen within a certain amount of time, back that up with some of these other ideas. Any questions on sales? Perfect. And then the fourth part, yeah.
Amy,
Yeah.
Amy, I do have a question on sales. And I know Jasmine has explained this to me before, and you know, I'm just mathematically challenged. So let's say you got a $300 goal. That how do you know how many items that is? Because I see people, like I see Leslie Spees do it all the time, where she's
Oh.
got like an item countdown. How do you calculate that?
You can do like a, so normally if somebody's going to buy an item, it's going to be typically not a miracle set, right? So you want to keep
Right.
it. So I would base it on like an average of like $15 to $20.
Gotcha. Okay. That helps. Great. Thank
So
you.
if you have a $300 goal that you need to sell $300, of course, if you're like, so if you're 300 wholesale away from your goal, you need to also decide, am I using the extra $150 profit to boost up my inventory and get myself some things, or do I need to sell $600 worth?
right.
So make sure you figure that out first. And then, so let's say you want to sell $300 in retail, divided by 15, that's $20. That's 20 items.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's helpful too. No, that's great. That's a great question.
Okay. Thank
Any
you.
other questions on sales? All right. And the fourth part of full circle. So we have book. I need to go back to book. Y'all remind me to go back to book with leads because I forgot to do that. So book, coach, sell, and the fourth part is recruit. And I think this is the area where, as Audacious Angels, we struggle as far as sharing the opportunity, following up, and really completing interviews. So I'm trying to pivot my focus a lot towards that. Part of it is, I have to make sure I'm following up with everybody and really being diligent and all that. We need to kind of work together, but we want to share this opportunity with everybody. And y'all did such an amazing job this last week by just running after that challenge, which was so great. I love it when my email pops up and says I have somebody else who answered those questions. And then I've been trying to get better about calling them too, but don't feel like you're being pushy and bugging me either. Like if you know that there's somebody that hasn't been talked to, like blow my phone up and remind me, because I don't mind that at all. So we kind of work together on that. So I've made a commitment to make sure I'm doing my due diligence on my end, but it doesn't always mean I'm going to be perfect at it. So you guys don't feel like you don't feel bad about reminding me to do my job, because we all need reminding, right? And me included all the time. So, but really sharing this opportunity. So sharing that marketing video with everybody, with current customers, with people you haven't who haven't booked with you yet, like maybe might be avoiding booking with you or all that. Use that. Hey, I have a challenge to get 5-star women to watch this video in the next 24 hours with them. Because the idea of working full circle is you want to get people to say yes to something. Okay, so if you're trying to get her to say yes to something, those are your, well, coaching is kind of hard if she's not booked something, but think about like, can I book her? Can I sell her something? Can I share the opportunity with her? Which one of these can I get her to say yes to? And if she says no to all three, put her in your I'll touch base with her next month list, because right now people's lives are changing all the time. And she really sharing this opportunity with everybody, getting them on that video, plugging them into the events that I'm doing. It's called layering. So when not everybody is going to sign up during their first exposure to Mary Kay. Layering them is the key, which is why we do a lot of different types of events, right? So like if you do a facial with her, that's great. If you share the opportunity and she doesn't sign up, you're working full circle. So you're getting her to watch the inventory, not the inventory video, don't have her do that, the marketing video, and you're booking her for a new party, right? Booking her for a second session and asking her to invite friends. Getting her to say yes to something. And then, so then she's exposed to the opportunity of the facial. She's going to be exposed to the opportunity again when you do that second session party. Getting her plugged into any of the marketing events that we're doing. We're going to be doing more as a national area starting in March as well. So getting her plugged in the events that I'm doing, all of that. So like you can't really, I mean, I think I mentioned last week, Tony was in like a million things before she finally said yes, like 3 years later. But you know, Carrie's the same way. Carrie was my customer for goodness, 4 years, 6 years, that long. Wow. Time flies, right? And I always knew she would be great. And she had thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. But I just kept every event we had. And I'll tell you, Carrie Peterson is very intimidating to me. She's not now, but
What? There's no way.
Right? You were intimidating to me, but I still had to ask.
Why?
Not because in a bad way, just.
Oh, well, I've used Mary Kay, for 16 years, so I had to be pretty easy.
No.
And I've done it before.
Mhm.
I was a consultant before, in like 2004.
Mhm.
But I did, let me tell Amy one time not to ask me anymore.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not going to buy anymore if you ask me
But
again.
I asked her enough times that I got the answer, that I got an answer. I don't care what answer I got. I wanted an answer. And then she said, don't
Yeah.
ask me anymore. Great. But I still invited her to events.
Yeah, and I love
just
being
didn't
invited.
personally ask her if she would sign up.
I told her I would tell her when I was ready.
And she did.
And
But I
did.
kept inviting her
So
to
you really never know.
that I would do. You just never know. Like we did a facial and then I think we did a facial and then like a couple years ago, she did a party for me. She was working in Raleigh during the week.
Yeah.
And all
she
of her
came
friends.
to my hotel.
Yep, her friends are there. So we had a facial party in her hotel room for all of her friends. That was great. I didn't
It was
get any
crazy.
team members, but I got a ton of referrals and new
Some good
customers and all
sales.
that. And I took care of all these customers. And then she introduced me to her mom. And then I invited her to all these events and, and all that sort of thing. So that's why we try and do different things so that you can keep inviting your customers to the same thing.
It was good because I liked learning about any new products, getting to try stuff. And when I did sign up, I didn't feel like I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I already knew Amy, I already felt comfortable with her. So I can see how, that would really
Yeah. So layering is key.
work out.
Layering is key. So the other thing you want to do would go back to booking. Booking is where referrals comes in. And always asking for referrals during the party. So when you're doing a facial, so full circle is book, sell, coach, recruit, right? But you want to make sure every appointment you work full circle, regardless of the appointment. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's a color appointment. It doesn't matter if it's a QVC appointment. It doesn't matter if it's a Facebook Live. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If it's in person, it doesn't matter. If it's one person, 10 people, 30,000 people, it doesn't matter. You always work it full circle. So if you notice, I pretty much do the same thing every time, just sometimes the products change. because I always want to work full circle, which means the booking part of an appointment is I'm getting referrals and I'm trying to book her for a second session or book her for something else, right? Coaching, of course, you're coaching her. You've coached her for her appointment. And then when you book that second session, make sure you coach her for that. Sales, always ask for the sale. Recruit, always share the opportunity and get her on that marketing call if she doesn't sign up with you right then and there. Because when you work every appointment full circle, if she doesn't buy anything from you, it doesn't matter. Because something will come from it if you do full circle. If you've gotten referrals, if you've attempted to book her for a second session, if you've asked for the sale and you've shared the marketing, asked her those questions, and then if she says no, even if she's a negative 10,000, ask her to watch that marketing call. That's why we do the $1,000 cash drawing and the cash drawings as an incentive for them to do it, because you just never know. There might be something that sparks her interest. And if not, that nothing's wrong. I mean, nothing's happened. Okay. So like, I haven't had the best sales with my faces this month. I don't know why. I think it's the quality of people, but I'm doing it full circle. I'm getting referrals. I'm booking them for second parties. I'm asking them to watch the video. I'm following up with them after they say yes, they'll watch the video. If they don't within 24 hours, I follow up with them. You know, so you just got to make, it's the follow-up that's really super important. Does working full circle make sense? Yes.
Yes.
What questions, we have a couple minutes. What questions do you all have for me?
What was the thing you were going to say at the beginning? And you said, don't let me forget to tell y'all.
There were two things I think I said. One was referrals goes in bookings.
Okay.
And the other thing was about how you can work these QVC parties
Okay.
as a way to still send out a pampering pack after the party, after the QVC party.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a different type of script that I can share with you after this one for tomorrow night. That's basically, hey, I'm sending out pampering packs. Do you want one? And then when they say yes, you're like, great. Can you hop on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock so we can show you how to use it? I haven't wrapped my brain quite around that quite yet. So I didn't want to throw that out at you guys because I hadn't quite wrapped my brain around it yet. But I could wrap my brain around this facelift in a bottle with the script that I sent to you guys, that you can send it out. But when you're closing your people out tomorrow night, make sure you're thinking full circle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what you can book her for her second session and send her out pampering pack at that point, or samples. And you can customize it based on what you know she would like to use. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was trying not to confuse everybody with that because I hadn't quite wrapped my brain all around. I mean, I can share with you what Adrienne Chastity are doing, but I haven't quite it's kind of like what we're doing. We're just, I'm doing it in a way that I can wrap my brain around. Pivoting quickly and doing something different. Because I like all the details. We had a Zoom yesterday morning with the On Target Unit Club, and Chastity and Adrienne we're sharing about this. And Adrienne's just Adrienne and Sarah are great. They can come up with a different idea and they just run with it, and they don't have all the details, which is great. I need the details. So I texted Chastity and I said, can I chat with you afterwards? And she will let me ask all the detailed questions so I can wrap my brain around it and not make me feel like I'm asking too many questions. But then eventually she'll be like, Amy, stop thinking and just go run with it and do it. It'll be fine. Got it. I can do this. Again, being comfortable in your uncomfortable zone, right?
So you're going to tell us more about all that
What?
later when you wrap your brain around it.
Yeah, we're going to see how tomorrow night goes.
Okay.
Because tomorrow night is kind of a part of it. And then, but what I want you to know is with tomorrow night, your goal when you're closing these people out, we're going to do the work. Your job is to get people on there, remind them. And then your job is to make sure you're closing them out as soon as possible to get their sale and then book them for their second session and send that whatever the pampering pack, whatever pampering products you need to send her for her second session. So if she buys the Miracle Set from you, mail her the samples of the additional products with the Miracle Set she buys from you. And give her options. You can try the charcoal mask. You can try, whatever. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And just remember, if she's purchasing Clinical Solutions, she needs to make sure she's on some sort of a skincare already.
Right.
If it's not Mary Kay, it's fine. At least it's got to be a cleanser and a moisturizer, and it can't have hyaluronic acid or glycolic acid or any of that. It has to be like a real gentle one. If she wants to try Mary Kay and the Clinical Solutions, sell her both and ask her to use the Mary Kay skincare for 1 to 2 weeks first before she starts the Clinical Solutions. But don't not sell her the Clinical, like sell her all at the same time if she wants it. Just coach her through how to use it. Follow up. That's great. Yeah. So tomorrow night is kind of like let's pivot and try something new and try something different. Because I know some of us, keep doing the pampering packs, keep doing the happy skin hours, keep doing that stuff. But if you're finding that you're having a lot of people either not responding to that, or you're having challenges with the mail, or people are just canceling and then you're spending a lot of money on pampering packs and people aren't following up with their bookings, this can be a way that you can book them for this kind of QVC style and then book their second session with pampering products in their bathroom.
That's good.
Yeah. Try and
Hey, Amy, can
Yeah.
I add another thought to what you just said about the Clinical Solutions and
Yeah.
other products? I've had a lot of people recently that tell me that they use these It Cosmetics. I don't know what it is, but anyway.
Okay.
But so I had one person that used it, and I actually looked at the ingredients, and the It Cosmetics, the foundation, has all of that whatever you just said.
Hyaluronic acid.
All
Yeah.
those acids. Yeah. It has all that in the foundation.
Well, probably
So,
glycolic
that's
acid.
a great-
It might have hyaluronic acid in it.
Yeah. So it's important to ask people, as part of that Clinical Solutions thing, to ask people about everything
What they're using. Yeah.
that they're using.
And what I
Yeah.
would do in that case, so I have a customer who she doesn't use my skincare. She did, and then she went to her dermatologist, whatever. But she was actually my first one to start with Clinical Solutions. She actually runs the front desk at my gym, and we're pretty close. And so I was not aware of the type. So I had her take pictures of the cleansers and moisturizers she's using and send it to me. And I said her moisturizer had, I think, hyaluronic acid in it. So I said, if you want to, you can try it and use it. And if your skin starts not responding well, then let's stop using that moisturizer and use something else. And that's actually exactly what ended up happening. So sometimes it doesn't have to be like hey, don't stop. It doesn't have to be stop using everything so that we're not creating alarms going off. And you can say,
Right.
Well, try it. If your foundation has this in it, try it. If you end up getting any sort of response, then let's chat about it and see what else we can do. And you might just have to stop using that for a short amount of time until your skin gets retinoized. So, but that's a really good thought, Joanne, because I was not aware of that in their foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it kind of perplexed me because I thought, well, why do you want all that in your foundation? Wouldn't you rather just have good skincare?
Yeah.
And pay
the
a
other
lot
thing-
less for the foundation.
right? And the other thing is, if they get like super itchy, like super red, inflamed. My customer sent me a picture and she said, is this normal? I don't know. Hold on. Let me find out. So I sent it to Summer. So if you have that, ask questions, have her send you pictures, send it to me. I'll find out. And she said, I'm not a quitter. I'm in this. I just want to make sure it's normal. And it was like, if that had happened to my face, I would have freaked out. But it was like super red, really inflamed, like an itchy. And so hydrocortisone cream was super helpful for that. So what we did is and this was week 3 that she was on, going into week 4. So we kind of backed off a little bit with just her using it by itself. She went back to mixing it for another week or so, and just kind of backtracked a little bit. And now her skin's doing great. She's now, this is the first week she's going to do it twice a week. She's doing fine, but hydrocortisone cream was like her saving grace.
Okay.
And you can also do the, if you don't want to like sell her another product, and you have extra of the hand softener from the satin hand sets, that was for her too. She really liked that. I gave her one of those because I have like 3 of them hanging around for like, just because they're extra.
It's like the extra sock that's always missing.
Right. Well, because my husband loves the scrub in the shower, and I use the hand cream at the sink in the kitchen, but now I'm left with this hand softener. Like, I mean, I could put it on my feet every night if I was that good, but I'm not really that good. So.
Oh yeah, that softener's like liquid gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It is great. Cool. Any other questions you guys have? Like anything that I didn't cover during Pacesetters, or that you feel like you have questions on? Oh, this is good. How to overcome booking objections. So use CARE, okay? So C in CARE is check. So make sure you understand the objection and ask a question to clarify your understanding. A is acknowledge. Let her know that you get what she's saying. Use your own words to describe what she said and emphasize it. R is respond. Address the objection with an honest response. And then expectantly wait for her to respond. And I don't know where E is.
Expectantly wait for her to respond.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know what E is because it's not on here.
E is expectantly wait.
Oh, yes. Thank you. It was in the wrong line. So respond to the objection with honest response, and then expectantly wait for her response. You too could be a Cadillac driving sales director. Not like I'm anything like a college professor or anything like that.
I love it. It's just honest.
It is.
You too can be a college professor. I'll recommend it.
And there are on InTouch under there are like booking objection scripts and all that sort of thing. So if that's somewhere that like you can, there's education on InTouch under education there too. If you need more. But really a lot of times it's just thinking, like, you know, it's just usually a thought process of don't just automatically take her first response in any of this as it, like, this is not where no means no.
Right.
In Mary Kay, no means I don't really understand what you're asking me. So I'm going to automatically tell you no. So sometimes it's just about asking more questions and finding out why the no, right? In any of this situation, which is why when I do interviews, it's like, if she says, no, I would never do this in a million years, and she put a 1, well, that's fine. But I'm still going to ask you some questions and find out about you and see if Mary Kay could fit into your needs at all. Because it could change your life and we just never know. And if it's still a no, it's fine. Totally fine. But at least you've asked enough questions to do your due diligence and all that. So. All right. Thank you all. So your challenge is to text me your goal by the end of the month. Not having a goal is not an option. And if you don't know what your goal should be, you can text me that and I can help you with it. That's fine. We have, as a unit, we really, in order to stay on track with what we're needing to do, we really need to have a $20,000 month. And we have 4,200 in right now, which we are really amazing at rocking out the last week a month. But what it's going to take is everybody running after their own wholesale goals, like what prizes you're running after, all of that. Are you finishing your star, all that? But keep interviewing, keep sharing this opportunity. Give me people to call this weekend or this week. I mean, it's not even this weekend yet. Give me people to call. Let me follow up. We really need to get at least to that 58 interviews, if not more. And it's not about the numbers at that, you know, with this, it's about like when we have this goal that we're running after, we're going to ask different people and we just never know who's going to say yes. And then we just never know whose life is going to be changed in the process. Okay. So keep running. So your challenge is to text me your goal. And then your like strategy on what you're going to do to make that, to run after that. Okay. And so we can have kind of a little conversation about it. So you have like a plan, like you have a goal, but then you kind of have a plan. And if you don't know what that is, it's fine. Be honest with me and we'll figure it out together. Okay. And we have plenty of days. We have 5.5 days. We have a lot of time. And then at some point, if you can just let me know your feedback on Pacesetters, what you loved, any constructive criticism. We really tried to keep it simple. I hope it was simple. But just some feedback, what you learned, why you're glad you did, you know, that kind of stuff, just kind of your feedback. And then what your thoughts are and your preference for March and going forward. So sound good? Mm-hmm. I love y'all. I hope you have a good night.
We love you too.
Thanks. Enjoy your evening, ladies, and keep me
Bye,
updated.
ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Take
Bye.
care.
Thanks.
Bye.